flown out in a chopper across the North Sea, working for BP, lifted down in the oil rig. What was I expected to perform? I was expected to perform a program which gives you a reporting tool. You move fast forward. 2014, I'm again in a manufacturing environment in Denmark, and of course, omni-channel conversations, one of the big SAP giants. And as I walk through the shop floor, I see a mobile app controlling 4 robotic plants who are putting together a set of fissure and safety valves. They're industrial pump manufacturer. It amazes me from where we were in a span of a decade and a half where we have come. Taking that fast forward back to 2015 when I was brought back into my roots, an interesting thing happened when I saw a week back somewhere in the heartland of Bengal where we are expected to perform a smart city, the dedicated smart city. I was in complete awe. Optical fiber lines have been laid. 27 gram panchayats are digitally available and transacting from a farmer to the end customer. We don't know this. So from what this slide shows you, that it truly is going through the 4th industrial revolution. What we have to understand is, what does Industry 4.0 means? It's the digital memory. You've heard 3 of our esteemed customers speaking of predictability, fast data computing, plumbing through millions of records. It's adaptive logistics. Logistics are extremely important because we are a demanding customer-consumer bunch. Responsive manufacturing and remote maintenance and services. Very commonly used Industry 4.0 terms which you come across and you think that, yes, we come across this on a regular basis, but the holistic part of it is you are in this revolution yourselves. So, machine to machine, smart world, cyber physical systems, and yes, it is the Terminator age where we are not giving them the power, we are still controlling the power. Cyber physical systems is very simple. You have robotic machines churning out, assembling plant after plant, but there is a data which was siloed across. Now they are connected. They are connected from a war room 20 miles outside the plant in itself, where there's an automated shutdown which is triggered if you sense there is an earthquake happening. So that's cyber physical system connected network, which the terminology, all of you Terminator passionate people would be remembering. Industrial internet. So we have gone through the smart cities, we have gone through the entire journey of wearables, all of these connected devices, smart TV, connected televisions, connected fridge, shoes, wearables, giving you health equations, sending that data, analyzing it. But now we are doing it within the plant, within the manufacturing campus. And advanced manufacturing means more and more we churn, more and more processes are completely smooth-lined, and less headache for the leadership of the board. This is a very true reality, we all know, but just to give you some glimpse, my quick presentation will cover on one spectrum what Industry 4.0 is and what we are doing, of course, but the other one is the life of a connected customer. So just to give you and bring you some context, 1 billion devices in 2005 across. We've got 6 billion devices in 2015, and we are not a 20 billion planet. So every individual is connected in some way or the other. We've got connected cars coming out, connected smart cities all over the world. I mean, if you go to Rio and Barcelona, where I was part of the core architecture team, in Rio, the predictive analytics of behavioral pattern of what you see a tourist gets, or in Barcelona, which is also a co-innovation with us in Telefonica, is unbelievable. You do not need to research anything, only you just need to land and have the Barcelona app, and your entire journey or stay in Barcelona is completely connected, including hiring a cycle. And that's exactly the replication we are trying to do with our smart city programs. Connected energy. So yes, we are connected energy because in the current climate in our non-optical fiber India also we have connected energy. Our meters are digitally read. Our meters are digitally analyzed. Somebody cutting off and trying to, skive some power across, you can't do it anymore. It's completely monitored across a few state electric corporation boards. And of course, there is a commercial impact which the business sees value, and a humongous value which they are bringing it in. The 5 key areas what Industry 4.0 across the globe are trying to stitch together. These are the 5 areas, some in embryonic state, some in a matured state and evolving. Hyperconnectivity. So across plants, you want to get the optical fiber into 100 to 200 megabytes of broadband speed to connect the platforms together. And 100 to 200 megabytes of broadband is nothing humongous. 100 to 200 megabyte of broadband is what currently the domestic broadband in Europe and America is, which is coming to India as we become an optical fiber nation. Network the networks. How do we take the network within the machinery, within the plant, within an industrial campus, across and start dashboarding from monitoring, alerts, notification, and of course analysis of data. The connected world and its integration. We come with a baggage of our systems. We cannot throw them away. How does that connect happen? Does that integration slow down the process? No, it doesn't. It augments the process. Digital natives. The digital natives are across devices. Now, how does a general manager in a plant walk across with his homegrown mobile phone or a tablet and still have access to that data while he doesn't need to be in the plant 4 o'clock in the morning because he's probably done a 12 o'clock shift? That's what we are saying, digital natives. And new business models are evolving as we make the industrial internet a global potential and possibility. So what's the vision? So we've got smart products, we've got digital product memory, adaptive logistics, track and trace. Almost all of us are doing track and trace. Energy management. Climate energy is essentially reusable. We want to reuse. It's a threat. And how we do it is we know how much consumption is happening, how much consumption we can let go. So that's very important. Remote service management, which you just spoke about. Resilient production. Resilient production on the sense your plant shuts down and your backup plant works on. It is never going to happen in a connected world because you will always have backups of backups of backups in the data. So you do not have to recreate that data again and bring it all up. Performance-based contracting, predictive maintenance, and quality. Now, the process still remains the same. The process we are not changing. We're still doing R&D, sourcing, manufacturing, sales, maintenance, and service. What we're doing is, all the top areas we were doing, some in silos, some in a collaborative manner. Now we're doing it properly. So, we monitor, we analyze, and we automate. Now, this is very important. The smart devices and the smart devices are growing. There's a shoe which the great shoe manufacturer is coming up with, where the wearable Fitbit actually is going to analyze your 3-kilometer run and put it back on your app and on your wearable devices. The shoe will have a sensor which is going to produce millions of data which will get analyzed. And industry automation is what we are calling it, the industrial internet. So it's a very simple area. People are thinking, what is Industry 4.0? But we are doing it in some way or the other. We are just connecting it all together. Now the other end of the spectrum. So we have seen the industrial internet. We are all over here, are part of the omni-channel journey. SAP's great product is doing wonders across the world with the omni-channel capabilities. HANA is powering predictive analytics, helping customer behavior. Now, what is the life of a connected customer? So, and what is the dream? We all know in the mobile world, as Ursula spoke, as Anand spoke, as Harish said, that we are a country which has not seen that wave of desktop. We have gone straight away into the mobile revolution. Now, the dream of a connected customer is something the customer aspires for. The customer doesn't know, but he wants it. So let's play the video and see where do we want to get our customer to think.
Until today, you could think of your customers as an anonymous crowd, an undetermined bulk of user IDs faceless and unknown, who you just communicated to in blasts and blasts of ads and emails. The customer in a black box. Let me tell you, it is not true anymore. The traditional rules of marketing, of sales and service, of how you deliver experiences just do not work anymore. Each customer journey is unique and complex, but now you need to pay attention. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day businesses will deliver real-time, contextual experiences to me. I am your customer, not just someone you claim to know because you have my email.
I have a life and I change. My interests change.
I have a dream that all customers will be engaged in a relevant way, from digital to physical and back, merged into one harmonized experience based on what I need now, right now. From this day forward, the oppression of customers has come to an end. We are in control, and you will listen. You will adapt. This is not incremental evolution. This is a revolution in how customer experiences work. This is my dream. This is my vision. Are you ready to engage your customers like never before? With a solution as simple as this.
So yes, we all are working towards making her and his vision a reality. See, we want to give them all our systems, all our complexities, all our legacy processes are for what? You've got to take a step back and think, are we really serving the customer the way we want to in this digital age? What if 20 months down the line, the entire country becomes an optical fiber nation? What if happens? And it is a reality. Make in India's mandate is to make it an optical fiber nation, which means domestic internet is going to become 100 to 160 MB, where you can download a 8 GB movie in 6 minutes. What it really happens? Are we ready? Are we geared up? So we need to gear up. Most importantly for our end customers, because over here, yes, we are a technology giant. Yes, all our customers are extremely important, but the end customer is the guy who gets affected. So we want to make his life simpler. 19 billion by 2018. It's not far out. It's 36 months out. It was 1.4 billion. Most importantly, 4 of the 5 top global brands are digital at the core. Amazon and eBay are the only pure retailers on the list of top 100 brands. 10 years back, completely different story it used to be. 80% of the consumers are more likely to recommend a brand that offers a simpler experience, not a complex checkout. Very important for you to understand that. And a complex checkout means card drop. And a card drop means you've lost that customer, might not be coming in as a recurring customer again. It's in all spheres of our life. Shopping, we all are talking about e-commerce, omni-channel commerce, store going back to online. Entertainment, well, we already know Hotstar's here. We already know X-Play is going to come soon. They have actually announced they're coming to India in 2016 officially. It changes completely, disrupts. Netflix comes in, Hotstar already producing X number of television series, and the whole point of that is that digital consumption becomes far greater. They've started it well. We'll see where we go. As I keep thinking of what ma'am said, Urshila ma'am said is, we are transforming. There's never a stop. And are we geared up? That's more important. Learning, e-learning is a very common exercise. But do you know e-learning, digital certification, digital platform-driven capabilities are the only way forward? In schools in America and in India, the digital learning is becoming central to the core board exams, which is extremely important. Exercising, we spoke about how exercising and health manufacturers are going to completely disrupt the way we think. And of course, Uberization, Olaization, how do we call it? The Uber model right now becomes the fastest finger first for every potential marketplace. It's completely impacting the whole marketplace concept. Uber has led to Amazon, Flipkart, and the coming forward marketplaces to think, I have got an order, who fulfills it first within a certain pin code and serviceability area? So we have to gear up for that. We are a pin code nation. We are not a postcode nation, which is very important. We are not a zip code nation. Our pin codes have 20 houses. So are we ready? If I am putting the hand up and saying, I will fulfill your sentence. And of course, we've seen the revolution happening in payment banks and how they are integrated with omnichannel. So digital realities we cannot escape. Customers are empowered, as we saw in the video. Engagement in and on their terms. So we engage with them how they want us to engage, not the way we want our platforms and our technologies and our business models to think. Platforms and devices change the complete playing field. Mobile is just the start. You will have a connected internet-driven cars soon. You will have internet on your fridge. You will have internet on your wearables. And God knows where it's going. There is a new phase of competition across, which is your digital competitors. 5 things. The biggest taxi company in the world doesn't hold any inventory. The biggest, most importantly, the biggest social connect you will have doesn't hold your data. So, and there are X number of examples who are taking the market over. So we got to rethink, take a step back, think of what they think. And are we prepared? Exactly what my conversation was. Who are our future influences? How do we delight our customer anywhere and everywhere? So if he's a store customer trying to purchase a shoe or a perfume, does he come back to the store again? Or do we do anything for him to go forward? Because we can't afford to have the recurrence and the retention of our customers. We spent a lot of money to acquire customers. We cannot afford. What are your future competitors and partners? See, competition is coming from everywhere. Digital logistic providers are propping up. Digital soundtracks. You have an app somewhere down south in India who's doing what exactly Shazam is doing and is listening, and he can pick up a radio advert, he can pick up a music on Ghana or Savan, and he can pick up any logistical devices of wherever radio frequency is there. So you have got to adapt. You don't know where your competitors are coming from. And are you really looking after the business you're really in, or are you diversifying? Is the question which we are answering with our customers all the time. The business imperative is to achieve enduring customer relevance at scale. So they will grow from all corners, and we will have to support as a business and as a technology group. This is absolutely mandatory from where we are thinking right now. At least we are gearing up for that, and we are seeing a lot of traction across the globe, agnostic to an industry. And let's go back, and I've got a few of the key use cases which we want to talk about. The life of a connected customer is important when you do go home, log into YouTube, and log into and search for the Burberry's connected customer video. It will wow you what Burberry's have done with our product and how they've changed in the last 24 months. It's important. From an industrial perspective, what you need to do is we have got Harley-Davidson, Kaiser. What they did from a 4.0 perspective, they've got integrated end-to-end processes, and they've got to become a humongous success by using the capabilities of Industry 4.0. Verticalization of integrations, digital product, and transparency across the plant, and performance increase in terms of production value. Kaiser is coming up with new business models, predictive maintenance, condition monitoring, a lot of what Harish was said they are implementing in Asian Paints, and we are extremely proud they're doing that in the country. Service efficiency and product performance increase. So that's not a distant dream anymore. FEMSA is one of them. Smart logistics is one of them. And they've got different spheres how they operate, but at the end of the day, if you see all our case studies or even our global case studies, they are looking at demand planning based on performance efficiency. They are looking at monitoring and transparency across to ensure optimization of effort is there. The Harley example, basically what we spoke about, gives you a little bit of visibility how it worked. So work instructions came to planning, 3D ideation and the connect happened, operations monitoring took place. And you see the business benefits. 21 days to 6 hours, that's humongous. I know they are a niche, but to a niche guy, if that is the case, think of a popular guy who would cater to that. So yes, reduce cost, net margin, and dividend. Fraunhofer is one of the biggest ones, which has become one of our logistics case references of how complete automation has happened. And they're using 8 IoT devices to manufacture and monitor their plant scales. That basically tells me what we are doing with Siemens. So Siemens' capability, what we are doing with the performance tuning of the trains, and jointly SAP is doing that piece of work. And there's a lot of other companies who's transforming using the industrial internet model, is showcasing virtualization and augmented reality in a different perspective. Augmented reality is extensively used when I saw their capability. The cyber-physical systems, so their systems within their plants are now networked. It is networked and it is completely augmenting the monitoring capability. And it's of course integrated. As I said earlier, it's had to be integrated with their capabilities. So that's important from a connected customer's perspective. Those are the essential ones which we are seeing growing in our customer base. Industry 4.0 is here and transforming and moving in a majorly forceful speed. We cannot stop that, and we shouldn't. We can only support and augment it. Life of a connected customer at the end of the day is the other spectrum which we are seeing in our day-to-day lives. So let's fulfill that dream which that customer sees us. That's an oath SAP has taken, then a lot of customers have taken, and what we aim to do is we ensure that their dream comes a reality. Thank you.